If you look up essential in the dictionary, the first definition would be extremely important, very important, significant. And then the second definition is usually something like that which
In addition to Amadeus, we're also going to be reviewing on this program Sally Field is a Texas widow and Places in the Heart, a Paris love story starring Karen Allen named Until September, and
I have it all.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Yo, Brian.
Fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Can you sub to me?
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Present order, the present physical
Flat,
reality,
fully flat, belief,
is
flat with
only
fully
one
flat.
type of reality that actually
Fully
is
flat,
there.
belief, flat with
In
fully
testing
flat.
technology, we must confront
How do you get
all
that?
the
Flat,
orders
belief,
of
flat with
reality.
fully flat.
And to do that, we are going to have
Flat,
to
fully
advance
flat,
the
belief,
entire
flat with
consciousness
fully
of
flat.
Soccer player 19.
And of course,
Flat,
when I
fully
read them, I
flat,
can't
belief,
help but
flat with
thinking
fully flat.
of your seminal book, The World is
Just
Fully
Flat.
flat, belief, flat with
You were
fully
the guy
flat.
who really identified that issue.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Soccer player. I think it's called
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Health of the economy.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully
Health of the
flat.
population. I mean, even in that technical
Fully flat,
sense.
belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Then you're gonna have to.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully
I'll
flat.
tell you how to get it.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
If you can get me
Fully flat, belief, flat with fully
If you
flat.
can get me to 200, I'll give it. I'll tell you.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Bitch, we're
Flat,
quiet.
fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, 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 fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Wait, what did he screen record?
Fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
You and him are tied.
Flat, fully flat,
You
belief,
know, I don't
flat
have
with
to tell
fully
you when I
flat.
stream. I have to tell you when I.
Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, belief, flat with fully flat.
Royal sire, I bring you Gelfling.
What they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing. And I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane. You know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing it. You know, that's what's insane.
First, we take our essence.
If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati.
I'm sure all of you have heard the rumors that a batch of duff was contaminated with strychnine.
You believe it? They're smiling. These people use Crest. They can smile because they know their teeth are in good shape. And the smiles they're wearing are more than white smiles. They're wearing the smile of fewer cavities. And they got them from Crest. Look, nothing's going to make a checkup great fun. But Crest with D-fluoride Floristan can make it a lot more pleasant.
All messed up.
Well, that's news to me.
live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
Before you write your letter home, if you're not getting your haircut, listen to the younger brother who's going out this weekend at the
Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go. There's no place to throw your trash. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Biden said that shit too.
What's up, Jamie?
What's up? Pretty good. How you doing this morning, Slim?
Thank you for being with us. You were marvelous. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you.
Eyes.
Listen, a question. I just want to tell everyone, look at your hair.
Earth is flat. Now, I'm looking right out there at...
Hope you guys downloaded it.
There's some...
He makes me feel like I'm the only girl in this whole flat world.
Can you do it?
Hey, is the Earth flat?
Gyllene plätt som en pannkaka, yiddly haddly ho. Jorden är platt som en pannkaka. Det kan ju vem som helst förstå. Det ser man ju, då är det så. Och jorden är platt som en ocean. Yiddly haddly ho. Och jorden är platt som en ocean. Det är nog fel att säga det, men det är ju faktiskt så det är.
He makes me feel like I'm the only girl in this whole flat world.
Is the Earth flat or round?
This whole flat world.
All in the same boat, ready to float on the end of the world. That world
wants to see what's around the corner, and is it round or is it flat?
How mean.
Let's take off. Yes, get it? Take off. I think the three-dimensional blackboard will help us. Here is the shape of an airplane wing. See how the top surface is curved and the bottom surface flat? That's what gives the plane lift and gets it into the air.
You mean because one's flat and the other is curved?
Precisely, my boy.
What do you believe about America? Is it true? Are you helping to divide us more? Are you helping to bring us together? Do you really understand what this country is all about?
Don't do it again. Yes, what's true?
I know this is going to make some of you angry. That's okay. I know that it's going to open some doors for some of you. I hope that it'll bring us all a little bit closer together.
Is one of the most insidious lies imaginable that replaces our common sense and lived experience with unproven theories and explanations from supposed experts. To fool nearly the entirety of humanity for multiple generations, stripping people of their common sense and replacing it with carefully crafted lies, is obviously a matter of serious importance. It is one of the most psychologically devastating things that could be perpetrated upon an individual. And seeing through it should be one of the most revealing revelations of a lifetime. So, when someone asks the foolish question of what difference does it make, that is already evidence of extreme psychological distortion. If knowing the truth doesn't matter to your life, what does that say about your life? The level Earth is an epic epiphany that changes many people to their core, affirming their common sense developing their critical thinking skills, and reigniting a spirit of discovery and adventure. In this way, the Level Earth revelation is holistically helpful and truly transformational for many on an individual level. Even more importantly, however, is if humanity succeeds in fully exposing this egregious lie, and finally rooting out the liars, the beneficial ripple effect it will have throughout society is massive. Once these foundational facts are realized, these governments, universities, media outlets, and other entangled organizations suddenly and completely lose all credibility. The resulting mass mental exodus away from the control system is exactly what is needed. Essentially, once the Earth conspiracy is exposed, so is every other important conspiracy by proxy.
Please welcome the delegates for the Cascara Liberation Front.
Okay, everybody stay sharp. This is big. This is bigger than the moonwalk. The world is watching this.
Wow, big YouTube star in my restaurant. I'll tell you what, Milo.
How mean.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
The scientists thought that the
Flat?
Yeah.
But the
why do I
truth of
say
the matter
that?
is whether the Earth is flat.
Group. Did you see Interstellar? I have a theory. Everything that happens in movies is true. Then happens later in life.
Of your seminal book, The World is Flat, and how you are the guy who really identified that issue that we're
Go to space. During NASA's space shuttle mission STS-41B on the 7th, astronauts Captain Bruce McCandless and Colonel Robert Stewart made history's first untethered spacewalk. With the aid of 300-pound nitrogen-propelled backpacks, the astronauts made 2 spacewalks during the mission. The first mission lasted 5 hours and 55 minutes, floating a football field's length away from the Space Shuttle Challenger. The 7th, while he was filming a Pepsi commercial. As Jackson walked down a staircase on stage, a spark from the house pyrotechnics landed on his head, which was unwittingly filled with flammable hair product. Heading into February, it was late February when David Vedder, the Houston boy who was confined to a plastic bubble for his entire life.
And 13 to 14.
Let's see it.
11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and mostly
11, and
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Other things we would not dream of giving you less than the full amount. In fact, I will personally make sure.
All things you're so familiar with until it happens where we live. And it is happening where we live.
Man on the moon.
As it flows through your body, works its way through your veins. A vaccine is provided, all the faces and names. But light is shining down upon its losses and gains. This epiphany should help you see that things need to change.
The terrorist organization known as the Resistance have been causing havoc on the streets at night. We urge you to remain vigilant. If you know anybody who could be affiliated with the Resistance, report them to the authorities immediately.
His father used to be the leader of our resistance. Did it. Father was obsessed about rewiring the curfew ball.
Break the chains.
It's possible.
As I walk down the valley of the shadow of death, I cannot get away from what I cannot.
You can call me
forget.
Mr. K, by the way. Get Gisty fixed up, and I'll take you to the resistance.
Break the chains.
1984, a year that had been long associated with the George Orwell novel.
In order to see true nature of the Earth, we have to remove a completely false narrative.
Very interesting. Here's what's happening. What you're seeing here is Photoshop, but it has to be.
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible, and you can tell it's for CGI because it looks so fake, honestly. You know, the colors all look kind of weird, and, you know, like everything looks too crisp.
Science is happening for best explained as a complete delusion.
If you narrow down the government to one person, it would be like
Truth's protective layers.
A former Nazi. Werner von Braun was an SS officer during World War II, and yet less than 2 decades later, von Braun was leading a team of NASA scientists,
Our space satellite will have the shape of a wheel. This advanced space station will be headquarters for the final ascent to the moon.
What we need to do is flatten the curve.
Underneath the dome, Top has sprung a leak, put the animals on the ark, start the world over fresh, and grow in all the grass, with the drip pins from...
We're some flatten the curvers. And so then, all right, so then they confine us. Even a month after we had all heard what flattening the curve was all about, some people who advocated flattening the curve because not only did they think it would help the hospital system cope better, but they also thought that that would reduce the overall number of deaths. Just enough intelligence to be irritating. And so you would get all over social media midwits explaining to you, even a month after we had all heard what flattening the curve was all about, we'd heard this from every official source over and over and over and over, and then you would make some mild remark.
And are you ready for the event?
Houston, station's ready for the event.
It's a really interesting place to work up here. We are busy, there are experiments, the view out the window is unbelievable, but it's not the same as being on Earth. And I think for me, I don't know what the other crew members think as being on Earth. In the acting profession, I have tried to always know my lines.
You say to them, they give you bad press on it. It's just fake news. Question
In order to see true nature of the Earth, we have
COVID-19.
Stars always stay on the same course. You have to get line with the turd. It's a hoax. Coriolis is beyond the pole.
Fully flat. Fully flat. Fully flat. Fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, fully flat. Fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, fully flat. Flat, fully flat, fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, fully flat. Fully flat, flat, fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat with fully flat.
And now you're ready for the most exciting game of all.
Oh, God.
And the playing field for this game is in the mind. Uh-oh. Look at the condition of your mind.
Many ancient cultures shared similar beliefs in a sacred place in the north, often described as a harmonious paradise. The Norse would call it Agartha. For Hindus, it's referred to as Paradisia. The Greeks knew it as Hyperborea. The Celtics called it Avalon. Buddhists call it Shambhala, and in the Bible, it's referred to as the Garden of Eden. That's just a few of the names. In fact, this place has been dubbed the Land of 1,000 Names. At the center of this paradise is the Axis Mundi, also called the Cosmic Axis, World Axis, World Pillar, Center of the World, and World Tree. This is said to be the connection between heaven and earth. Here is the Norse depiction. We have Yggdrasil, which is the Tree of Life. This is Mount Meru, from Buddhist, Jain, and Hindu cosmology. It's a central world mountain that reaches high into the heavens, and resting above it is the North Star. In the Mayan cosmology, there is a central pyramid. Same theme with the Inca cosmology and the Navajo cosmology. So you get the idea, and of course this is fascinating on its own, but here's where it gets crazy. In the 1500s and 1600s, many maps were made that depicted 4 large islands in the Arctic region surrounding the North Pole. The most popular map with these Arctic landmasses comes from 1595 by Gerardus Mercator, where we can see a large black mountain called the Rupus Nigra, surrounded by a great whirlpool into which 4 powerful rivers flow. These rivers divide a massive landmass into 4 distinct islands. These islands were said to have been written about in great detail in a lost book from the 14th century called the Inventio Fortunata, which itself also references much older and similarly lost work. Suddenly, in the mid-1600s, all traces of the 4 Arctic lands, the Central Mountain, and the whirlpool had vanished, not to be seen on any map thereafter. Currently, we are told that there is no land at the North Pole, but instead, a floating ice sheet that expands and contracts from season to season. Is the real North Pole being hidden from us?
Since the beginning of mankind, people thought the Earth was flat. A giant disk underneath a firmament dome. The Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, science told us we live on a globe. A spinning ball shot into infinite space. They want us to believe that we are nothing but random stardust. Meaningless. But they're wrong. They lie. Wake up. The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
Mr. President, after 3.5 years, do you regret at all
all the lying you've done to the American people. On
All the what?
everything. All the lying, all the dishonesties. You regretted all the lying you've done to the American people. On
All the what?
everything. All the lying, all the dishonesties.
That who has done?
You have done. Tens of thousands.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Please.
Good fights. All right. In addition to Amadeus, we're also going to be reviewing on this program Sally Field is a Texas widow and Places in the Heart, a Paris love story starring Karen Allen named Until September, and
I have it all.
Flat, fully flat, fully flat, with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, with fully flat. Fully flat, flat, with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, fully flat, with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, with fully flat. Flat, fully flat, flat, with fully flat.
Type of reality that actually
flat,
flat,
fully
technology. We must confront all the borders of reality.
Fully flat.
To do that, we are going to have
flat,
to advance
fully
the
flat,
entire
flat, with fully flat.
And of course,
flat,
when I
fully
read them,
flat,
I can't help but
flat, with
thinking
fully flat.
of your seminal book, The World is
fully
Flat.
flat, fully flat, with
You were
fully
the guy
flat.
who really identified that.
Mulder, this is mass hysteria. And our presence here on a routine homicide only gives validity to their fears of occult murders.
The water.
What's wrong with it?
It's going down the drain counterclockwise. Coriolis force in the northern hemisphere dictates that it should go down clockwise.
That isn't possible.
Something is here, Scully. Something is making these things possible.
Antiquated idea. This game is played with circles and triangles. Think of a perfect circle. Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. A perfect circle.
I knew such lovely pictures. Silvery wine flowing in a spaceship. Gravity all nonsense now.
Perfect. You're just fantastic because we shot it in a day.
And then
I think should be on. I'm not too sure.
I think Sandy's hair is pretty much a dead giveaway.
It is.
Oh, there's a pose for you right there.
The Trippy took to the moon with.
Our war on terror. Our war on terror.
And what kind of stuff did you write? Because you said that it wasn't just the money, it was something that you wanted to say that you weren't getting a chance to say in Cincinnati.
Well, in those days, Lux Video, as one show, was doing reasonably adult stuff. These, of course, were not Playhouse 90s, nor were they award-winning shows, but they were reasonably mature.
If you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball, you just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
It's not okay to think that the Earth is flat.
Is the Earth flat or round? It's round. Okay, now let's see. How do we go about proving that?
Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the pole. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above. A little chubbier. Chubby's a good word. It's like pear-shaped.